Hello there. Time is about 6:49. I don't usually do this early, but regardless, I have a meeting with a friend, and I think that meeting, I have two meetings actually, and I think those meetings are going to be very, very long, very, very long. So I said that I might as well just shoot my video right now, and go out there. So let's see. Today I kind of like felt much more alive. Zero code. There was minimal coding, but I figured that all along I would say I was making very big mistakes with the code I was working on. So kind of like messed up. So indeed, he messed up the entire. Right. It messed up the work I was doing, which was to help the client deploy his work. So I'll need to call the client tomorrow and tell him that the server is up. So after doing that, I basically stayed on social media, just doing my thing, and I started to like interact with posts that I think I see around. Hold on. Um, by I'll be done. Hold on. I'll be done with what I am on by 7:0 by 7:10 thereabout. So yep, it's the guy I have a meeting with. So just scheduling and everything. So I got interactive today. 9 notifications. Okay. So I'm sorry. So I kind of like I kind of like started interacting in people's posts. So along the line, I was basically giving certain comments, and then yeah, people had their opinions, but I just had to read this guy's comments because here he was a little bit insulting, and his last comment was, "Thank you for engaging in this dialogue with the focus of on addressing the issue at hand. It's refreshing to have a conversation where the emphasis is on addressing the core points rather than letting the emotions take over. Very rare in Nigeria. I appreciate the thoughtful exchange." All right, so basically, I was just interacting with posts I came across. I gave my take. Some take I did hold back because yes, I kind of like tweet my mind, but on the second point is I'm trying to avoid cheap attention because I'm trying to work on something right now where I want to. I think my content might be polarizing, not for the sake of attacking the other person, but to say, you know what, these are our ideas, and if you believe in these ideas, good. If you don't believe, also good. We shall all reap what we sow. Then I got into this debate back and forth about how billionaires have impacted the world, and my opinion was simple. Every single person in this world is here to serve a purpose. The billionaires serve a purpose. The the poor serve a purpose. The soldiers serve a purpose. Nobody should see himself as being more important than anyone. Instead, in their own lives, everybody in their own lives should see themselves as the most important. Now, I don't mean to be narcissistic, but to get to realize that if you take yourself to be the most important thing, what happens is you get to bring your best foot forward. That's what I basically mean by being the best at it. You get to put your best foot forward. And that's all I think it basically is. So he kept on talking about how billionaires are greedy, they kill a lot of people. I'm saying, but no. But the billionaires are the ones responsible for the same Twitter you use to kind of like attack my point. We are the ones responsible for employing most people. We are the ones responsible for creating most jobs. So I like this idea that I can see an idea and not attack the person, because it's about it's about treating the idea and having a discourse. Which I think a lot of people need to understand that we have ideas in our head. So rather than attack the ideas, you shouldn't attack the head. So it's like somebody having a headache, then you chop off the head. No, you provide what is enough to handle the headache. So, as like I said, I'm super grateful that we were able to come to terms with basically addressing things amicably as men. There was virtually no need to insult anybody, which I will commend him for again. So, um, just about it. Let me see. That's what I just got up to. So today was basically interesting day in terms of content. So I think tomorrow I'll need to upload extra videos. I like this idea of also my Instagram is slightly taking up. I'm seeing more likes, I'm seeing comments, I'm seeing followers. Um, I still don't know how I'm going to monetize yet, but I just feel like giving out good value based on what I think is right, based on my vision. So I'm following this idea of I'm basically throwing away the thought process of building a personal brand, which is write out your beliefs, write out your values. No, I'm super sorry. It's different strokes for different folks. There's some level of, should I say, understanding and theory and truth to that concept of writing your own truth. But ultimately, one thing that's more powerful or that is the most powerful is acting your truth, acting your beliefs and values. And I wrote a post today, which is one secret of the experts is, and they don't tell you it, in anything that they are experts in, there are a lot of moving parts. But the expert just knows one of his parts, and he tells you that this part alone is all that you need. But the main secret is the fact that you need to understand how everything comes together. So what you need is somebody who is an expert and somebody who is like well-rounded, a generalist. He can see things that the other can't see. So I published written content today, about 4 written content, just good. I produced long form video. I produced a short form video. I guess tomorrow again, I go again. So I have been producing back to back. So my brother came in today to the office. Like randomly, he went to train elsewhere, and he just stopped by at my place, and then we spoke for a short while, ate some food, then he stepped out. And just basically asked him how his basketball. Because I discovered something recently. I've been checking myself and realized that I have been grinding in, grinding out. But there are a lot of things I think I have let slide. I have cut off a lot of people. No, I mean, yeah, which is completely normal. It's the sacrifice we make. At the same time, my brother felt bad for me not checking up on him. So I think these days I promise to be checking up on him. And my cousins, I reached out to my cousins. One in Canada was, I think, he felt like he was slightly busy on the road, so I couldn't call him. Which was one of my female cousins, and then immediately she just jumped on the video call. We spoke at length, and she told me she was trying to get this her month certification that has to do with stock brokerage, and that was interesting because I'll be very happy for her. I'll be very very happy for her. I'll be happy to invest in her, not because of easy returns, but just to see that she has somebody who believes in her, basically. I think I'm doing a lot, but what can I do? She's my cousin. She's my cousin. She holds me to high regard, so it's part of it. So yeah, she's writing her exams. Although we had a debate on investments though, because I'm a firm believer that you see this idea of selling people investments is that their major goal, their major goal is to sell investment portfolios. But I told them that Sorry, before long. I think it's not nice to hold this thing up to my nose level. So I told them that from experience, a lot of people do not really get rich by investing. They get rich by building big businesses, and then they stay rich by investing. So what that means is that she told me about this year index that offers 23% returns. I told her that if I put in $1,000, I'm getting 1,230, right? If I was looking at the long term, say 10, 20 years, that'd be good. That would be okay, but and also if I had the money to like keep aside. But instead, if I know that I can take that $1,000, invest it into content, get a video editor, get a video editor, get I think in my current life a personal assistant who can help me on some content tasks. I'm pretty sure that instead of getting 1,200, yeah, then maybe getting about um um maybe 1,000, maybe by having 2,000 by second year. I know that by the second year, I could easily do 3,000. Not the first year. The first year it's not guaranteed, but by the second year, I should be seeing effort. But by the second year, I could see up to $10,000 or $3,000 to be conservative. The $3,000, I'm most likely sure I have trumped the returns you talk about. But most people don't know this because it's risky. But what I'm doing is I'm basically guaranteeing myself that if I can put in that effort, if I can put in that work, so it's definitely and highly guaranteed that I'm going to see success, regardless, no matter what. So I mean, that's about it. Let me see what other thought process came to my head today. Nothing really, just that I have not heard from my sales agent today. I don't know how she's doing. Called her, she did not pick. The other one did not. Let me see. That's true, and it's the end of the month. I can't tell what's happening. Rose, I'm sorry. Hold on. Good evening. How are you? And as for Sheezy, um, yeah. So for some very strange reason, today we did not host our daily stand-up. However, I was not entirely bothered because I'm pretty sure that tomorrow everybody might be available. The lady for the two sales ladies did not show up, secretary did not show up. We are here to hear from one of the new team members. So let's see how it goes. I'm having this very strong feeling that we are making some heavy, massive progress towards our goals. So on today's topic, yeah, what's up? Yeah, put it on the door handle. Did you upload everything? All right, now, thanks. We're gonna so that's my video editor. I think I'm enjoying this idea of creating. It's not about creating what they want to say, but creating what I want to create. Hopefully, to get the gist. Because I'm a firm believer that if you can sit down and create quality content, that'll take hours. But you sit down and create quantity of content. Within that quantity, you should get some good gems, some quality. And at the same time, it will spark the algorithm in your favor, regardless. So it's about combining consistency with a little bit of intensity. That's one. So I'm just talking about how my day went. Is there any other thing I want to discuss? Hey, one of my contents I wrote today was how AI feels like plastic surgery for the brain. I was like, what does the guy mean by plastic surgery for the brain? I got to realize that when you use AI, you think you are thinking, or you think you're outsourcing your thinking. But the problem is the data that is used to train AI came from us. And now we are going to meet AI to give us answers, thinking that it's processing, it's re-articulating. But the high chances we train AI with our data set, then we go to meet AI to give us information. The AI gives us information. We upload that information to the public domain. The AI takes it back as good knowledge because it assumes that you, the human, thought about it. So it creates a cycle of we train the AI and the AI in return trains us. I mean, it's a very mind-boggling cycle. So that's something that got my attention. And today I was looking at, I was thinking of how to pass this message across, saying that because part of my brand is making men more responsible, and that a lot of men are very, very delusional. They like this idea of people loving them for who they are, but in reality, the men crave love but need respect. Why do women need respect? The women need love, but they crave respect, and it's causing a lot of confusion because it's conflicting signals. The men want love because when they were because remember the human beings grow up to protect the child, so we still have our inner child in us, and with our inner child in us, we we were loved, we were allowed to make mistakes, we are accepted for who we are. However, when you go out there when you go out there to the real world, you're interacting with other people. So the more you can climb the dominance hierarchy, the better for you. The more you can evolve and articulate yourself, the more respect you gain. So what that means is for you to have respect doesn't come easily. Doesn't come because you have oxygen in your lungs. It comes because you have to earn it. You have to earn the respect of everybody. Not everybody, but a good amount of people who care or who you care about. So love is free. Respect is earned. It comes with something. It's you striving towards something, working on something. Most likely yourself. Now for the women, when they say, remember they need love because they're mostly driven by emotions, and trust me, see women who are not driven, who are driven by logic, to me looks like a bigger issue, but not on this video. But when they are driven by, say, emotions, although these days things have changed, I would say they need to find that balance between emotions and logic to be very realistic. And it's not been nice to assume that it's just the women at fault. The men to have a role to play, but women need to be loved. But when they crave to be respected, what they are saying is that they don't want to be seen as people who can't think. They want to be considered. They want to be somehow validated. So, for example, even though you're changing your car tires or doing some plumbing work, she might just show up and make some suggestions. Doesn't mean that she expects you to follow through with them. So that's the whole concept of putting them into consideration. So, ha, hmm. I just discovered today that my speech has gotten better. And if you can watch my speech and my gestures at the beginning of my content creation journey, it felt like it felt funny. And I have somebody who watched my first video and he talked about how I used a lot of filler words, how I spoke very, very fast. But yeah, what do you think? I mean, I've gotten way better on content right now in terms of my speech. I speak slowly. I speak with a calmer, deeper voice. I have this very, very relatable sphere towards it. So let me see. I think that's basically it. Um, I think it's already time for my guy to come through. So thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.